Have you ever thought that maybe your friends aren't good for you? Why do I ask this? Let's check it out. Hello, back again. Pink, glasses, it's all happening, but no shaving. In this video I want to talk about how the people that are close to you in your life, which are your friends and your family, may actually not be doing you any good, or worse still, could actually be detrimental to you, your life, your success and all that good stuff. How your friends, family and people close to you in your life, this comes down to a few things, and I've touched on this before in other videos, but I want to kind of go a little bit deeper in this today, as it's such a lovely sunny day, hence the bright pink. The people close to you, your friends and family, they're the ones who are obviously caring about you. That could be super close, so your spouse, your partner, brothers, sisters, mother, father, uncles and aunts, all the family, plus your friends, you know, close friends and sort of medium friends, and then maybe people you don't see so much, but they're still friends. All those people that you consider close to you, all on the surface have your best. All of those people have all of those people have the best intentions towards you and want to sort of see you okay. They don't want you to see you harmed or hurt or any sort of badness come to you. So whenever you propose a change or something that may seem a bit unusual, example, which is very relevant to my vlog, is maybe starting a business or going out on a venture, following your passion, what you may find is that these people who are close to you, who you would initially think would be supporting you because they're behind you, they're your sort of rock, particularly your spouse or partner, often they'll be the sort of first ones to go, maybe not, don't get into that business, or oh, it's a pyramid scheme, the classic, and all that sort of thing. And they kind of be the ones you trust the opinion of, and the ones that in theory are looking out for you are the ones that are often most negative. And that can often throw huge amounts of questions up in the air, because let's use network marketing as an example. You get introduced to the idea by a friend or whoever, or you see something online, you find out a bit more information, and you go, right, this looks like a great idea. And you come home and you speak to your partner or spouse, whoever, and you mention it, and straight away they're like, ooh, now that sounds like one of those schemes. I don't know, it's one of those pyramid things. Oh no, you're going to get scammed, etc. And you probably have heard this a million times. So initially you think, oh, that's strange, you know, I'm sort of wanting to do this to kind of pay off some debts or go on holiday or whatever it may be, to earn some more money. And these people who I would expect to be supporting me are kind of, no. And if you push them on this point, they'll often say, look, you know, let's be honest, you know, we care about you. And it's almost like an intervention, but individual. They're sort of like, okay, no, we care about you, but we don't want you to get scammed. You know, these things exist, and people get ripped off all the time. You know, don't do it because you're just going to lose all your money, etc., etc., etc. And then for quite a difficult position to be in, because whilst your initial idea was to sort of do this business and do this thing because you can make some more money, etc., maybe not do the job you're doing that you don't like and all that stuff, and obviously the people that you spoke to about the business are all for it, and that makes complete sense to you. And yet on the other side, you've got your family, friends, spouse, partner going, no, don't do that, this is scam, you're going to get ripped off, it's all bad. And so it's like, what do you do? And most often, unfortunately, you side on the family and friends side, because you go, okay, you know, they want the best for me, they're looking out for me, maybe I'm not seeing things clearly, let's not do it, or let's quit it, let's stop and end it. And that's also can happen for people who sort of start doing it, and then after a while perhaps they haven't got any results, or you know, and it just seems to be nothing happening. Then it's easy then to listen to the naysayers, the people going, no, because you go, actually they're right, I'm not making any money, it's costing me more money than I'm making, they're clearly right, it must be a scam, I'm out. Obviously nothing to do with the fact that you were probably doing it wrong or were trained wrong and all that sort of stuff. That's a whole different thing. But just from the, I suppose, the opinions and voices between the two sort of camps, you're more likely to listen to your friends and family because they're the ones on your side, they look after you, they care about you. all good. However, all is not as it seems.
Say what?
Because when we look at this in a bit more detail, it comes down to a real sort of social dynamics and tribal kind of activity and mindset. What happens is, when you're in a group of people, you're always quite similar, and that's just sort of human nature. So if you have a group of friends, generally the thing that unites you, or thing that keeps you in that group of friends, is because you've got a lot of things in common, whether it's like a football team, or whether it's a particular interest in one subject or something, or age group, or whatever it may be. There's a kind of a commonality between you, and that makes sense. So you're all very similar, hence you all get on, all Gucci. Now, any kind of social group, you've got that similarity, and because everyone's kind of relatively equal to a degree. So if someone stands out from that group, whether it's wanting to change something, or someone new enters that group who is markedly different to the group, what will happen from a tribal sort of social dynamics type of thing, if one person joins a group of 20, over time that one person will start to take on the traits of the 20. So they kind of get absorbed into the group, so they become like the group, they're accepted, all good. And it's not so much sometimes conscious, but a lot of the time subconscious, and give it a piece of time, they'll all be the same again. That also works around the other way. So what can happen is, essentially, if someone in the group wants to change, if they start to stand out, then again the group as a whole will do its best to kind of retain the status quo and pull that person back into the group to maintain the sort of the social dynamic. And so if that person is you and you're trying to separate from that group, what the people in the group are doing are trying to pull you back so you're the same. So in the case of using, again, network marketing, but it could be anything, and I used the example before about say being on a diet. If you're in that group and everyone is similar economically and financially and all that stuff, and then you say, well, I'm going to start this business and potentially then start to earn more and then have a better lifestyle, etc., that's kind of pushing you different to the group. So whilst the group is saying, no, it's a scam, no, we want to look after you, ultimately what they're doing is pulling you back in to the group, so you're exactly the same as them. So they don't want you to stand out and be better and doing better, because one, it disrupts the social dynamic of the group, and secondly, the thing that you're doing highlights that they could be doing that but are not. If you're trying to improve your life and the rest of the group isn't, it highlights maybe how bad their situation is, because there's an obvious difference, and so they'll try and pull you back to kind of maintain the status quo. So whilst it sounds like from a sort of a heartfelt, no, we want the best of you, you're going to get scammed, ultimately below the surface all they're trying to do is keep you in the group, rather than you kind of go out and highlight how crap their life is. So that's one of the main reasons. One thing that leads into that and is relevant to that is the fact that it's said that you're the average of the 5 people you associate with. If you look at the 5 people you most associate with, which is probably going to be one, your partner if you have one, and then either close friends, work colleagues, almost take sort of the average of them from a personality point of view, sayings, financially, and look at you, you'll notice that you're the average of those people. You don't stand out massively, because if you did, you'd be pulled in to the average. Because you'd stand out so much, either you wouldn't be part of that group, or you'd then be sort of, from the social dynamics perspective, you'd be pulled back down to you, or you'd be completely ostracized from the group, in which case you'll find another group. Therefore, it's very, very important is to choose those 5 people wisely. Easier said than done, because if you just go, okay, well, I've got these 5 people, I didn't choose them, that's my partner, and then I've got 2 work colleagues who I work very, very closely with, I can't sort of choose to not work with them because we sit together. Obviously you've got to take logistics and reality into it, but it's how much time and attention you put to those people. You don't want to be an arsehole about it, obviously, and just not talk to them in work when you were talking to them before. But be aware that those people may have a bad influence on you from a social perspective or financial perspective, or if you're looking to grow, whatever it is. So just be aware of that, and then limit the traits you might take on from them, i.e. sayings or things they do, you know, going down the pub every night after work, for example. That may not be the best thing for you if you want to grow a business, for example. So just kind of be aware, and then so sometimes you can't necessarily change the people that you're associating with most, but you can limit how much you absorb of them into your life. Hope you got some value from this. If you have, please smash that like button so it's nice and blue. Hit subscribe and hit the bell notification, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.